mean, I said what I said, so who's gonna come for me in the comments, boo? Hi, cookies! My name is Nelsa and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing morning, evening, day, or night, whenever and wherever you're watching this video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, what are you doing? Go and smash that subscribe button right now. Give this video a big thumbs up and drop a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to go follow me on Instagram at Hayes_Nelsa and help me to get to 1,000 followers on that platform. I am literally so close, guys, so please get me to 1,000 followers on Instagram, please. And don't forget to press that bell to make sure you're notified every single time your girl drops a new banger. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Today's video is in collaboration with Ivana Slay. She's an awesome YouTuber that I met on YouTube. We are both doing Unpopular Opinions Back to School edition, so make sure to go check out her video and to show her some love. It will be in my description box below with her channel. My first unpopular opinion, which a lot of you are probably not going to agree with, is that school lunch actually tastes good. I actually like the lunch at my school. I think, it tastes good. And my school caters from a place called Three Brothers, so they make Italian food, which is why I guess my school food tastes good. But when I was in middle school, I hated the food. But now in high school, it's the bomb diggity. The next thing I want to say is that I don't think PE should be a class. And if you don't know what PE stands for, it's physical education. That gym class where you work out and do all that stuff. I hated PE all throughout middle school and high school. In elementary school, that was the only time I liked it. I feel like PE is unnecessary. I feel like if you play a sport, that should count as your physical activity in general. But the whole PE class was just torture for me. It's not fun. Going off of the PE class, I just want to say that gym lockers are nasty. After you're done with PE class, you go to the locker room, right? So you can change and put on your regular clothes again. But the locker room's always so nasty. People always leave trash. It's always stinky in there. It smells like sweat and dirty, stinky shoes. Now, for this one, you guys are probably not going to believe it, but I feel like Sharpies make me feel sick. You know, Sharpies smell really good, but when you smell them for too long, my stomach starts to do a little turnaround, a little flip. My next unpopular opinion is that science is easy. Not everyone agrees that science classes are easy, but I do. Simply because I want to go into medicine. Science is my jam. Science is my thing. I get A's in science all the time like this. I love me some science. Next thing I want to say is that the popular kids are not that cool. Everyone wants to be the popular kids, but to be honest, they're just like everybody else. Next thing that I want to say is that the dress code is trash. I know that schools that don't have uniforms do have dress codes, and I just hate dress codes in general. I feel like you should be free to wear whatever you want and not necessarily have limitations on that. I feel like clothes is a form of self-expression that you need to use. And then the next thing that I want to say is that homeroom is unnecessary. At my school, we call homeroom advisory, and if you don't know what homeroom or advisory is, it's like those 15 minutes where you just meet up with your teacher at the beginning of the day, or in my case, it's like after your first or second period or something like that. I don't see the point in it. I know it's just so that they can check your attendance and make sure you're actually physically in the school building, and then also get important paperwork and all. But to be honest, those 15 minutes are not worth it. We could be spending it with more class. Okay, so this one is not a lie. Color pencils are better than crayons. I don't care what you tell me, color pencils are better than crayons. I don't like crayons. Crayons, they smudge and they're messy, but color pencils, they're precise. You can fill things in nice and neat. My next unpopular opinion is that school yearbooks are way too expensive. And that's the truth. At my school, a school yearbook is literally like $75 for a little book with people's pictures. I don't see the point in that. I'd rather just order my school picture for, I don't know, $30 than to buy the whole yearbook so I can have everyone's pictures, okay? And the other thing with yearbooks is I don't think they're always necessary. If you get a yearbook your senior year of high school, your freshman year of high school, I understand. But if you get it for all 4 years, you're just spending a whole lot of money for nothing. Next thing I want to say is that mechanical pencils are way too much of a hassle. At my school, people are obsessed with mechanical pencils because they don't like using regular pencils. But mechanical pencils, you have to go to the store, you have to buy the lead, and if your lead breaks, then you can't use your pencil. It's just way too much work. And to be honest, I like to get my work done quickly instead of focusing on that pencil and getting it to work. Next thing I want to say is that Duolingo is better than my language class. If you don't know what Duolingo is, it's this website. There's also an app for it, and it helps you to learn a language. And for me personally, I've been taking French for 5 years. This current school year, I'm going into my 6th year of taking French. During my first 3 years of taking French, I was in middle school, so I had other French teachers. But currently in high school, I feel like I'm learning more off of Duolingo than I am in my French class. And that's just because I feel like it gives you more resources to learn and to practice. Next thing I want to say is that Varsity Tutors is harder than actual school. If you don't know what Varsity Tutors is, it's another website / app that you can use to help you with school. And every time I go on their stuff and test on their stuff for anything, especially math, it's always harder than what I'm actually learning in school. And that is a pain. Yeah, but it also helps me to do better with more advanced work. Next thing I want to say is that block scheduling is trash. If you don't know what block scheduling is, let me tell you what block scheduling is. It's when they give you an hour and 30 minutes for each class. And that's what my school is currently about to do because of COVID-19. We're going to have an hour and 30 minutes for each class, and I hate that. I prefer the old schedule where we had less time in each class because, honey, I'm a teenager and I honestly have a short attention span. You expect me to pay attention and focus on one subject for a whole hour and 30 minutes. If you were okay, let's do 45 minutes for each class or do 50 minutes for each class, because that's what we did last year. We did 50 something minutes for each class. That's fine. But a whole hour and 30 minutes on one subject, I'm going to go insane. The next thing that I want to say is that high school relationships are not it. I honestly don't think they're important at all. It's okay if you don't have a boyfriend. I think at some point I was obsessed with having a boyfriend, but after being in 2 relationships, I was like, what's the point? The next thing I want to say is that the city bus is better than the school bus. By the city bus, I mean when you go downtown to catch the metro bus or whatever to get to locations. And I prefer that to school buses. I feel like school buses are really nasty and dirty and too rowdy. The next thing that I want to say is that I don't think that you should get detention for being late to school. At my school, if you're late for I think 4 days within 1 quarter, then you get a detention, which I don't necessarily think is fair. I feel like they should be a little bit more lenient. Next thing that I want to say is that Lunchables are the OG lunch. If you don't know what Lunchables are, I'm gonna put an image on the screen, but Lunchables are the best. They're so good. I've loved them since I was little. I would still eat them today. They're just so good. Next thing I want to say is that every school should have a microwave. I know some schools don't have microwaves during lunch, in their cafeteria, but I think it's essential. My school has 2 microwaves, which I think is helpful. When I started going there was only 1, which honestly sucked, but once they added 2, it helped a lot more because the lunch line and everything just went a lot faster. Speaking of the lunch line, I just gotta say, the lunch line is always way too long. Say you have 30 minutes for lunch. You already spend 10 to 15 minutes in the lunch line. By the time you sit down, you have 20 to 15 minutes left to eat and talk with your friends, which is really not that much time. I feel like we need way longer lunch periods to begin with. Next thing I want to say, homecoming and prom. When you have homecoming king and queen and prom king and queen, I feel like those are sort of, in a way, popularity contests, because the people who always win homecoming king and queen, they're always the super popular people, and then they can go around bragging, I won homecoming queen. Girl, bye. Next thing that I want to say is that Quizlet is better than studying class. No, so if you don't know what Quizlet is, which world are you living in? Well, Quizlet is this this wonderful website, and it also has an app where you can like study material, and that honestly helps me so much better than just looking at regular notes, because I get to like memorize the information, and not just memorize it but also to learn it. Next thing I want to say is that AP classes are too expensive. Once again, if you know what AP class is, it's advanced placement. So it's pretty much like college classes that you can take in high school and potentially get credit for it once you take the AP exams. And the AP exams, it's $94 for one exam. So for me, they're too expensive, but I think that they are definitely worth it because you learn a lot and it does help you to prepare for college. Next thing I want to say is that high school does not get easier after freshman year, and whoever told you that was lying to you, okay? It doesn't get any easier. It always gets harder, and for some reason, I thought it was gonna get easier. Next thing that I want to say is that vaping needs to end. I've seen and heard of too many people vaping, and this past school year at my school, some people actually got suspended. These two boys who were stupid enough to go in the locker room at my school and start vaping. Like, what is wrong with you? Who goes to school and gets high in the locker room? Now, this unpopular opinion, I know some people are going to come at me for it. And for me, I'm just going to say that football games are not the move. I hate football. Yes, I do hate American football. Most people are in love with the sport, but I don't get the hype. I don't really like it. So for me, I don't go to football games. I will go to events and stuff at my school because I like to be involved. But football games are a huge no for me. Okay, guys, so those were all the unpopular opinions that I have for today. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and to drop a comment down below. Make sure to tell me what your unpopular opinions are about like back to school or back to school season in the comment section down below, and to tell me if you guys agree with these or if you disagree with them. It's okay if you do. We all have our own opinions. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you doing? Join Cookie Squad, join Cookie Family, smash that subscribe button, press that bell to make sure you're notified every single time Go drops a new banger. And don't forget, guys, that this video is in collaboration with Vanna Slays, so make sure to go check out her channel and to check out her video about her unpopular opinions back to school edition. Her channel is amazing. She has a great vibe. She does lifestyle content. Go and show her some love. Tell her that I sent you. With all that being said, I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye, cookies!